Hello guys, this is Mr. Smallmouth. Thank you everyone for congratulating me as well as your questions from my giveaway video. Today I am going to try and answer all of your questions and I hope it will be useful for you. Before we begin guys, don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so. Question number 1. How do you get into collecting One Piece figures? At a point of time I was at a very dark place. Things wasn't going smoothly. Like my career, family matters, relationships, everything was just piling up and I was at the lowest point of my life. So I decided to keep myself busy in order to cope and do things that can make me happy. I've always wanted to collect One Piece WCF for a very long time, and when I got my first paycheck, I bought my first WCF, which is the TV series volume 1. And at that time, unboxing video was a thing and I decided to share the process on YouTube. So not to worry guys, I'm now at a happier place. My family and friends has been very supportive about my collection. Who have known One Piece figurines can help me cope emotionally. Next question. Where do you get your figurines from? This question has been asked many times by my viewers and I hope to address this in this video. Disclaimer, this video is not sponsored and I'm just sharing with all of you how I usually shop or source my figurines from. But if anyone want to sponsor me, feel free to reach out. So for Banpresto PVC, usually I will pre-order from the local shop in Singapore or local distributors and collectors through this app called Carousell. It is like a web-based consumer to consumer and business to consumer marketplace for buying and selling new and second-hand goods. So Carousell is actually mainly available in the following countries such as Australia, Canada, Hong Kong, Indonesia, Malaysia, New Zealand, Philippines, Singapore and Taiwan. But don't be disheartened if your country is not listed as they are continuously expanding. As for the GK resin, I usually pre-order them mostly from Creation Collectibles, as their pre-orders are following Taobao prices, which is the best price you'll ever see. The thing about pre-order for both Banpresto BVC and GK resin, usually there is like a time limit to pre-order. So once the time is up, the pre-order will be closed. So if you have missed out, you can either wait for the figurines to be ready and see if there is any leftovers in stock from the stores or distributors, or another way is to find collectors who are letting go of their pre-orders or looking to sell them away. Because this is how pre-order for GK resin works. They open the pre-order for a limited amount of time and very unlikely they will do the pre-orders again. But I see Banpresto PVC, sometimes they do reprint some of their figurines. My only advice is don't miss out any pre-orders if you really like it. Usually you only have to place a certain percentage for the deposit to reserve a pre-order slot. You can also try out apps like eBay, Yahoo, Japan, Buyee, Taobao for both older Banpresto PVC as well as GK resin sets. There are also numerous Facebook group as well where collectors are selling. You may find some collectors letting go their collection or extras from your country as well. I hope my recommendation and experience will help you in your collecting journey. Do feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions. Next question. I wonder how your model inventory is. Wow. I don't know where to begin. Okay, so here's a glimpse of my collection. So for my Banpresto PVC collection, usually I have them in my IKEA Detolf because they are lighter. I would say I have most of the sets, but actually I am selling some of the set that I don't really like. I'm not really looking to complete the whole Banpresto PVC WCF. So I'll only keep those that I like and that I will display. I also jump into the black hole of GK resin WCF. As you can see, their boxes are much more larger in size and it takes a lot of space at home. Mostly my GK resin WCF are from G5 Studios, but I do have some other figurines from other studio that I like. What is the total damage you have spent? So for new collectors and those who are looking to start collecting One Piece WCF, it is a huge black hole. We all have bills to pay and need to have savings in our life milestones. So a friendly advice to all my collectors is to limit your spending. Set aside savings and a budget on how much you can spend on figurines every month. My strategy is usually I will buy the newer and nicer ones and sell away the older ones that may go up in value, or at least it will cover the original cost. This way you get to have best of both worlds. Next question. Will you ever show an in-depth video of your collection and tips on how to display the figurines? I actually did a display setup video on how I set up my IKEA detour for my display. You can watch it here somewhere, and I'll place the link in the description below as well. As for my GK resin display, I actually bought a custom-made module case to display my figurines because for IKEA detour, it cannot handle very heavy items in it. So for the module case, usually I will use this kind of yoga block to stack my figurine, so you can have like the figurine at the front, then there's a second level, then probably you can have another third level, so you can actually stack all these yoga block higher depending on how you want to lay out your display. I'm actually staying at my parents' place right now, so most of my figurines are back in the box, but do stay tuned as I have plans to do dioramas of the scene to display with my figurines when my house is ready. Next question. How do you maintain / clean your huge collection? For me, I don't really like to clean my figurines because in the past my figurines are actually displayed very openly. Time to time there will be dust, and sometimes your figurine will feel a bit sticky. So I'm very particular in displaying my figurines. I usually dust proof my display cabinet, and as for module case, it is pretty much dust proof. So the only thing that I have to clean is the exterior of the display cabinet. What is your top 3 favorite figurines from the WCF collection? For the Banpresto PVC, the first one will be Nightmare Luffy from TV series volume 3, and second it will be Ryuma, which is from the Halloween series. Third place will be Ace from the Burst series. So these are my top 3 favorite figurines from the Banpresto PVC. Out of all your collections from G5 Studios, do you have a favorite? So for GK Resin, my favorite studio so far is actually G5 Studios because of the qualities and the amount of characters they actually release, and I hope G5 Studio will sponsor me one day. So my top 3 from G5 Studios is actually the first place would be their 6th anniversary Luffy, which is a very huge item with the different forms of Luffy. Second place will be the hybrid Kaido. So out of all the Kaidos that they have released, I think this is one of the nicest Kaido statues out there, even out there apart from G5 Studios. And third place will be the G5 Mako. I feel that the effect of this figurine is very nicely done, and the price for these figurines is actually very high right now. Are there any limited time figures you missed out on and wish you had a chance to get it? Well, there's actually too many figurines that I've missed out on because I started collecting quite late. In the past, the GK resins was not widely available, but I wish I would be able to get my hands on the Mega WCF size of the Harudin from G5 Studios to complement with the other self-proclaimed Straw Hat Grand Fleet members, because this was actually one of my favorite scenes during the Dressrosa arc. Do you know any other good figurines to collect? Well, I have always been collecting WCF, so I have more experience in this field. For Banpresto PVC collectors, you can actually look into collecting the Ichiban Kuji figures, as they are quite similar to the WCF scale. For larger scale PVC figurines, I really like the design and the lineup for the Portrait of Pirates, sometimes referred as POP by One Piece fans. They are actually done by Mega House, and most of their figurines are 1/8 scale. So the figurines, they don't have much articulation. They are actually the main purpose is for collecting and for displaying. As for GK resin statue collectors, there is tons of awesome statues from various studios, but I feel that for Devil Fruits, they are not to be missed by One Piece characters. I actually did a video on unboxing reviews of the One Piece Devil Fruit done by Demon Studios. You can actually check the link somewhere above. Which is your favorite One Piece character and Devil Fruit? So my top 3 favorite character is number 1 will be Trafalgar the Waterlord, number 2 will be Kuma, and lastly would be the pre-time skip Smoker. So when this character came out for the first time, I immediately liked them because of how cool they were. As for my favorite Devil Fruit ability, it will definitely have to be the Paw Devil Fruit, which was eaten by Kuma. So firstly, I get to travel or teleport to the places or location that I want. Secondly, the ability is very versatile. You are able to defend yourself and also to attack your opponent. So thirdly, what I like about this ability is that it is able to repel fatigue out of your body. So if let's say I myself or my loved one, they have this fatigue, I'm able to repel it out of their body and they'll feel better the next second. And lastly, you get to have these very cute paw pads on your hand. I wonder if Kuma have any paw pads on his feet. Which character is your ideal type? This is my first time seeing this question. My ideal type in One Piece is definitely Nojiko. She is the adoptive sister of Nami. To me, character is very important when looking for a partner. I'm a very family person, and I like it that Nojiko is highly supportive of her sister Nami and generous towards Genzo, who she and Nami had seen as a father figure. I also have a thing for girls with tattoo, so it's a plus point. Her right arm and chest are heavily tattooed, and I like it that her reason to tattoo was a gesture of sympathy and condolence towards Nami, who was ashamed of her tattoo of Arlong's Jolly Roger. This question is very scary to answer. What if my girlfriend see this video? I still love you, Mrs. Smallmouth. Saranghae! What's your favorite looking Devil Fruit? Wow. My favorite is definitely the Mera Mera no Mi, because it's very cool with the flame effect on the design of the Devil Fruit. Special mention goes to Uo Uo no Mi, Mother Seiryu, which is the Devil Fruit of Kaido. I like how the Devil Fruit looks so scaly, like a dragon, and it has 2 very cute horns on top of the Devil Fruit itself. Next question. Who's your favorite villain in One Piece? Definitely Kaido, because he's damn strong, and I have a thing for dragons as well. Also special mention to King, as I like how the character design is, and what's more, he's probably one of the last surviving member of the Lunarian race, which was thought to be extinct. Who is another character you would want to have the Mera Mera no Mi other than Sabo? This is an interesting one. I actually discussed this with QnA, who asked me this question. We both actually agree that Usopp should be the one that have this ability, because this would actually power up the Straw Hat crew. Imagine with Usopp sniper skill plus the Mera Mera no Mi ability, he will be actually quite strong. But since Usopp has been nominated by QnA, I will have to nominate Sanji, because firstly he is a cook. So imagine him able to cook anywhere, anytime. with flame, and he also smokes, so he don't really need to have a lighter with him all the time. And plus, if Sanji have the Mera fruit, with his ability he will actually be quite OP. I guess I've answered all of the questions. Thank you everybody for your questions. We've come to the end of the video. If you have any more questions, don't be shy. Please feel free to ask me in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. You can click here for more videos and click here to subscribe. See you guys on my next video. This is Mr. Smallmouth. Peace out.